queens, hey my loves, hey baddies, hey bitches, what is up, and welcome back to the channel. I have not filmed in forever. I am such a little tomboy right now, so if you kind of see the fit, I'm getting ready. I'm about to go to the gym right after I film this video, so I just wanted to sit down real quick, make a chatty video, because I have not done that in literally forever. Me sitting in front of the camera right now honestly feels weird. Like I had to wipe layers and layers of dust off of the camera. Okay, anyways, we are officially a gym rat. It's going on about a year of strict consistency in terms of training, strength training, with a little bit of cardio here and there, but mostly straight strength training and weightlifting. So I'm on this entire journey. You may have seen some of my previous workout videos. I'm definitely going to be taking this channel in the fitness direction. I do have my personal trainer certification from ACE, so I am a certified personal trainer, and I'm currently working on trying to somehow offer virtual online training packages, as well as obviously in person if that is an option. So there are some things that I'm working on in terms of that. But I wanted to talk today about my BBL, which is why a lot of you guys are probably following me. My whole entire journey with my BBL is on this channel. My surgery journey, me preparing for the surgery, me recovering from the surgery, telling you the things that you should and should not get for the surgery. So I have documented my entire surgery journey. For those of you that are new here, I initially did one round of Brazilian butt lift with liposuction, and a couple of years later I ended up doing a full extended tummy tuck with a BBL round 2, which was actually more of, it was still a BBL because they did put some fat towards the top of my butt, but they removed some fat from the bottom of my butt, so it was kind of like a revision, reshaping. And yeah, now here I am about a year and a half post-op, because I did my surgery, my tummy tuck and my Brazilian butt lift round 2, I did in July of 2021. So yeah, we're going on almost 2 years, honestly, and it has been an amazing journey. My tummy tuck, I believe I've made videos on this before, but it's the best decision that I could have ever made for myself. I am in love with my tummy tuck results. Yes, there's the scar, but I don't mind the scar. I'm so happy overall with how my stomach is looking, and it was honestly one of the best decisions that I've ever made. My BBL, however, is what I want to kind of address in today's video, and just honestly talk from the heart and tell you guys the harsh truth about my BBL and how I really feel about my BBL. Do I regret my BBL? Am I happy with my BBL? Would I do it again? And things of that nature. So we're gonna get into that video. If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really will help me with the algorithm, just to get this channel kind of up and going, because that's what we need in 2023, honestly. And yeah. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. On Instagram, I post daily workouts. Sometimes I don't necessarily do it on my feed, but on my stories, every single time I work out, I am posting my workouts on my stories, and just like daily vlogs on my Instagram. Instagram is the platform that I'm the most active on, but I am also on TikTok. TikTok, I have 580,000 followers over there, but I kind of am letting that account go as well. So connect with me on all platforms. I am still on... Oh, by the way, I'm filming in my daughter's bedroom for Christmas. I literally gave her her own bedroom. So I'm filming in her bedroom right now because my man is sleeping in my bedroom. So, and I don't want to film in my living room. So here I am in my daughter's bedroom. So if it looks a little bit weird, that's where I'm at. Okay, so my BBL. I'm gonna cut to the chase. No suspense here. No. Straight the fuck up. Do I regret my BBL? Yes. Yes, unfortunately I do. I have a love-hate relationship with my BBL, because if it wasn't for my BBL, I probably wouldn't have blown up on social media like I had done during the pandemic. I mean, unless I would have tried to approach my content differently, okay, fine. But I am grateful to the BBL because I think it has helped me to get to where I am right now, if that makes any sense. But for like me personally, physically, social media aside, external factors aside, bottom line, do I regret my BBL? Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you guys why, but I do regret it, and if I could go back, I would not have done anything. The only reason I did the second round was to kind of try to correct the first round. I didn't necessarily want a bigger butt. If anything, I wanted my butt smaller. From the beginning, when I asked my first doctor to do the BBL, I wanted natural results. But when you get a BBL and you gain weight, a lot of that fat will then go to your butt. So that's what happened to me. The first doctor actually did give me pretty natural results, but I ended up gaining a lot of weight, and it honestly all went to my backside. From there, I had started to notice issues from the first round. Because of the weight of the BBL, my skin just couldn't hold it up. So there's a lot of imperfections and there's sagging with my BBL. That I don't like necessarily, and because it's so big, obviously it's not proportioned with the rest of my body. And now that I am obsessed with fitness and obsessed with going to the gym, and I see my body in a different light, it's more obvious to me that my backside is not proportioned to my legs. I'm working so hard in the gym to build my quads and my hamstrings and lift my glutes. So I'm doing so much physically to try to improve my results, and it's honestly working. So I'm so happy that I'm doing everything that I can to improve my results. But yeah, I'm constantly working on building my legs, but it's like no matter how much I work on building my legs, it's hard to catch up to a fake butt. Like, not every girl that has a BBL, their butt is not as big as mine. That's fine. Everybody's journey is completely different. But for me personally, my butt did get really big, and it's just not proportioned, and it's very big. For me, sometimes it's very awkward. It's very heavy. So things like running on the treadmill, doing jumping jacks, trying to jump rope, things that would seem so simple are not comfortable for me because I can feel the jiggle, I can feel the heaviness, I can feel the weight, and I just don't like it. I still do it, but I don't like it. And I try to do cardio and I try to do things to help my size get smaller, but it's hard because I'm also trying to bulk to gain more muscle and gain more mass in terms of the rest of my body, because I want my legs to be bigger, I want my shoulders, I want a strong defined back, things like that. So I was actually bulking, and I actually did gain 20 pounds, which is a lot. You won't tell from looking at me because it looks really good on me. I don't mean that in a cocky way, it just does. I'm 5'8", and I'm almost 200 pounds right now. I'm 197. So I'm a pretty heavy girl. And yeah, it's like playing catch up constantly with your butt because you're racing against something that's not natural, if that makes any sense. So the more I do exercise, the better I do think my butt looks. It is getting more lifted, it is getting firmer, because my legs are getting stronger and just more toned and defined, and you can see my muscles developing. It's making the transition to my butt a lot better, if that makes any sense. But size and mass are definitely a huge issue. Some girls may not care about it. I don't know if the girls that are constantly posting on social media that do have defected BBLs, because there's a lot of girls out there and they're still posting shamelessly, and I don't know if they're truly happy with their results, or if they're just, doing everything on social media for the clout. But deep down, they're actually really broken and really, really low self-esteem and really hate how they look, especially naked. So I don't know, to each his own, but size and mass is definitely one of the things that I don't necessarily like about my BBL, and this is why surgery is such a toxic topic, because I literally made my butt bigger. I went to surgery twice to make my butt bigger, and now I want a smaller butt. Like, surgery is really, really insane, and it's just, I don't know, I'm all for doing whatever makes you happy, and I don't regret surgery entirely on my behalf, but there's things that you never foresee when you go into something like this. And you might see other people's journeys, but you can't set expectations for yourself based on that, because your body is completely your own, and your results and your journey will be individual to you. The other thing that I don't like about the BBL is scars. So when you get the lipo done, they insert the fat into your butt, essentially, using a cannula, I don't know how to say it. But that thing is going into the bottom of your butt cheek and putting the fat where it needs to go. So you will have like small circular scarring. So if I like was to bend, you would see the scarring. Like if I'm standing, you obviously don't see the scarring, but when I bend, you can see the scars, and it's clear circular scars. Like they're very visible, at least for me they are. And then because I did 2 rounds, it's even more visible because the second doctor went through the first holes, the same holes that the first doctor created. So it just made the hole kind of bigger, and you can see like when they're doing like poking you and poking your skin and stuff like that, I feel like if I see my backside bare, I feel like I can see the direction that the cannula was going, because the way my fat looks on the bottom, like it's like there's a line. It's hard to explain because I can't show you guys. This is YouTube. Maybe I'll make a different video for Patreon that actually shows the in-depths of what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can actually see like the lines, and I don't know if the cannula formed that or if that's just how my body is holding the fat, but I feel like I can see scarring and where the tube went into, if that makes any sense. Like, not only that, because they put fat into your hips, fat into your butts, if your skin can't hold it up, it's gonna start to like drop a little bit. I will show you guys what I'm talking about, but basically where they've transferred fat to my hips sags, and now on the side of my thighs there's an extra like bubble of fat that I didn't have before, and I think it's because the fat sagged. And mind you, I was wearing my faja, I was wearing my compression. I know I did all my post-op surgery massages and stuff like that. I know how to do this. I know. And yeah, so that's another thing. So scars are definitely there when you do a BBL, and that's something that you have to think about. That's not something that's like my be all end all for me, but it is something that I just want you guys to consider, and something that I personally don't like about mine. It just makes me more insecure and more self-conscious. Jiggles and discomfort, that's an obvious thing because of the heaviness and the weight. So like I said, if I do jumping jacks, if I do jumping rope, anything, running on the treadmill, like I can feel the weight jiggling, and in the beginning it was a little bit painful. I don't necessarily feel pain now, I just feel discomfort. Unsolicited comments and attention and opinions. If you're on social media can be so cruel because people are behind a screen and they could type anything they fucking want and say whatever they want. So unsolicited opinions is a huge thing, especially on social media. But if we're talking in person, there's people that are going to be making comments and talking shit about you and judging you and just forming opinions of you based on the fact that you had this procedure done. Oh, she just wants attention. Oh, like there's so many negative things that they can say. Like the person I'm with now, somebody had mentioned to him when we were in the beginning phase of getting together, like, oh, so now we're talking to girls with fake asses. Unsolicited, like people are gonna hate. People are going to be envious. People are going to just think you look foolish. People are going to just judge you. People are not going to like your results. People are going to just think you don't look good. And some people might just feel free to just tell you their opinions or to form their judgments or just to stare at you. Like sometimes I just walk into a room and I can feel that people are looking at my ass, or sometimes like if I just randomly go look the other direction, I can see that people were just looking and talking amongst themselves. And then I caught it. Like, I don't know what they were saying, but I just caught it. Whether it was good or bad, you're going to get a lot of unsolicited opinions, unwanted attention, and there's obviously a lot of good attention that you'll get too, and people that are always complimenting you, and there's good and bad, but you basically have to take the good and the bad when you do something like this. So for me, shit like that bothers me. Like, I don't want to turn and then see fucking people talking about me. Like, I don't want to do that. I just rather punch them in the face. Like, so weight gain, I mentioned this already briefly. You have to be careful with weight gain, because like for me, for example, if I want to bulk, I'm going to end up gaining weight. Your body's going to put the weight where it wants to put the weight. And for some reason, because I have a BBL, all the weight wants to go to the BBL. So that's something that you want to be careful, is weight gain will make the size bigger. So that's something that I personally am not happy with, but at the same time I understand it. And I'm trying to work around it for my own personal goals. Revisions and imperfections. So if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I've always had troubles with my BBL since part 1. And my first doctor had did a bunch of things to try to fix it. I don't want to get into that right now. And now I did the second round, and I still have sagging, like heavy sagging on one side, and it creates like a shelf on the bottom of my butt cheek. I will show you guys kind of what that looks like in leggings, but the fact that you can see it in leggings drives me fucking crazy, because one side looks good and one side has the imperfection, and it just drives me crazy, because I know I went through all this pain. I spent so much money to get this procedure done, to only not be happy with the results, or not be happy with how it looks with clothes on, and just not be happy. Like, I record myself all the time doing my workouts and stuff, and certain angles I see my butt and I'm like, yo, it is too massive. And literally, like, right now there's nothing that I can do about it except train, and obviously have a clean diet. So the imperfections probably make me hate the BBL the most. Like, I think if the BBL came out shaped perfectly, I wouldn't even give a fuck about the scars. I would just be happy that it looks good in clothes and that it's shaped perfectly, and just be happy, period. And maybe not regret it as much, or just not dislike it as much. But because I have such a big imperfection that for me feels huge, because I know how much money I spent on these things, and I'm still not happy. And like, it drives me insane. Like, the imperfect side drives me insane. I don't know if I'm gonna actually get it fixed. I did get in touch with my doctor, and he thinks by adding even more weight on the second round, that was probably a big mistake, because it made the sagging even worse, like even more prominent. But at this point, I really don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do to fix it. I'm just gonna train, and trying to lift my butt as much as possible naturally through exercise, and also lose fat there through, I don't know, I'll put some freaking compression, like high sauna shorts, so that I can like sweat extra on my butt. I don't know, okay? I'm just venting to you guys, talking to you guys about the BBL and what I really feel about it. So this is the shit that goes on in my head. So yeah, would I do a revision? I definitely would, but not now. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to train and improve it on my own. I just don't think that training is actually gonna improve it. I don't think it's possible to be improved without surgery. The doctor did tell me I would need an excision and basically almost like a butt lift, like lift my skin to improve the sagging. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, and that's just only gonna lead to more scarring. Who knows what it's gonna look like after. Like, if I was to do another revision and it come out worse, I would just, I don't. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep training. Another reason why I think I started to dislike it so much is because I train so much, and because I'm seeing my body change so much. When I see my glutes, when I see my hamstrings, and I see my cat is playing, when I see my hamstrings and I see my quads growing, and I just see everything developing, but then I see my butt and I can obviously tell that it's fake because it looks fake, the transition from the hamstrings to the glutes, I just start to dislike it because it doesn't look like a fit butt. Like, I might have fit legs, but then it's not a fit butt. And then, you know, I go to the gym every day and I see girls with natural butts that are working hard in the gym, and then I'm almost like, damn, I wish I could just kind of go back to my natural butt and see what it would look like if I trained and try to grow my glutes naturally. So I think going to the gym has changed my perception of my butt a lot, because now I have different goals for what I want to look like overall, head to toe, not just butt or a flat stomach, like head to toe, back, shoulders, abs, legs for days, all that shit. So the more I am working on my body in the gym, the less I like the fakeness, if that makes any sense. So moral of the story, tummy tuck, best decision of my life. If you don't want to have more kids and you have extra sin that you know you cannot get rid of on your own through diet and exercise, to me, I don't regret it one bit. Best decision of my life. If I could go back, I would do the tummy tuck, never touch my butt at all. At all. Just the tummy tuck. So that's it. If there's anything else that I think of afterwards, I will, I guess, put it in another clip. Otherwise, that's a wrap for this video. Again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans, all that good stuff. And yeah, stay tuned for another video. Bye, guys.
You do this every day?